Circle, triangle, or square? Quite the question, right? Does the shape of a food change its taste? We'll find out in this challenge. Just a typical day. Everyone's busy doing this and that. Jane, Andy, and Jess have all been working hard, and now it's time to eat something. There's no ignoring their rumbling stomachs anymore. But Andy isn't down for a boring everyday lunch. He's thinking they should put together a circle, triangle, or square challenge. Why not? Whoa, watermelon for lunch? And they're all so big. But wait, Andy's got square. Jess has triangle. And Jane is the only one sitting pretty this round with her round circle. But come on, you can carve a watermelon into any shape you like. All you need is some motivation and the right tools. Awesome, this is even more fun. Awesome, this is even more fun. It's like they're sculptors working with a hunk of marble. Jane has it the easiest, so she just keeps making circles wherever she can. Andy and Jess, on the other hand, are having to use some elbow grease, and bits of fruit are flying this way and that. They're so focused, they've even forgotten that they're meant to eat the watermelon as well. Looks like they don't have the energy left for it. On to the next task. This time they'll need to get their shapes with that, can I buy a clue? What is that? Any ideas? Andy is the first to get what needs to be done. It looks rather unpleasant, but rules are rules. Jane falls in line after him, but her dish must not be as tasty as Andy's. Jess isn't impressed by the rather strange requirement either. Jane is lapping up some spicy mustard. Poor girl. Andy, however, is over the moon with his serving. Jane is ready to knock him back down to earth, however. How awful. She's just ruined what was about to be the perfect square. And yet Andy isn't deterred. He fixes it quick, but then Jess makes her move and messes it up all once again. So, who did the best? Let's see. Well, clearly not Andy, though through no fault of his own. Oh, come on, don't get upset, man. The tables turn quickly around here. Pizza, hot and fresh from the oven. One contestant snatches up a piece right away, but Andy won't sit back and watch while that happens. If you'll notice, that slice is covered in square pepperonis. So Jess will be left without any toppings. Jane sees things differently and understands that the pepperoni need to be put back in place. And while you're at it, the triangular slice too. And once that's been done, look, a round pizza. And if that's the shape we're left with, then that baby is Jane's. Fair is fair. Well, it is if you ask Jane. The other two sitting at that table don't quite agree, however. She really won't even share a tiny bit? How greedy of you. Chocolate cake, no friggin' way. Andy tries to do a repeat of Jane's tactic from the last round, but he's stopped by a technicality. That cake is rectangular, which isn't technically a square. So don't even try, Andy. And yet he does, pointing out that there are 4 sides and 4 corners all the same, but the girls aren't buying it. So stop. Jane is fed up with the arguing, and she's got a knife, so look out. Just kidding. She's simply going to carve out the shapes they all need. Chocolate cake is magnificent no matter how many sides it has, even none at all. So each and every one of our contestants is happy, at least for the moment. Lemonade! That's a welcome change. That cake was delicious, but super rich too. They all need something to drink. Whoa! Did Jane prepare ahead of time? She's got a round cup awful handy. Andy, are you really going to drink from a bowl? Oh, who cares? After all, you can get a lot in a dish that shape. Jess? I don't see any wrinkly clothes here. Or am I missing something?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see. Our girl is crazy creative, and she's come up with a slime method of her own. A triangular iron is, at the end of the day, just another way to quench your thirst, if you know how to use it. Shocking, huh? Our trio is ready to pounce on their french fries with gusto, and they would have if this wasn't a challenge and there weren't rules to be followed. Quickly enough, they put their minds to it, and a solution is found by one. What's Jess doing exactly? It's super simple. A triangle can be easily achieved in this situation. The other two see what she's doing and hurry to do the same with their portions. And look at that! Turned out pretty great. Who knew that arranging french fries into geometric shapes is so fun and entertaining? See how much fun they're having? And now for the best part. To eat them, now that they've met the requirements. Enjoy all that, you guys! Ice cream! But now we've definitely hit a wall of sorts. There's no way they can sculpt that into the right shapes. No way will everyone but Jane have to pass on this treat. She's lucked out once again with her scoops. No worries, Jess has another killer idea. Why not use a triangular treat to scoop it up? Nothing says she can't do that. Andy? Oh wow, you've outdone them all. Chocolate? What could be better than chocolate and ice cream? Jane was hoping to elbow in on Andy's happiness, having finished off her own ice cream. But that isn't going to happen. Just enjoy your cookie, hun. Ooh, cheese. This should be interesting. Andy is clearly jazzed, but he also has the most tame serving. The girls, on the other hand, have something more exotic on their plates. Jess, blue cheese. Ooh, that smell. And Jane is looking at extremely hot fondue. So delicious, but kind of dangerous to touch at the moment. Andy has come up with the plan, cheese with cheese. And that's inspired Jess to take it even further. Cheese plus cheese plus cheese. I'm not sure if I should pity her or envy her. Pasta! But it's not as simple as all that. Each portion has its own sauce, so who got what exactly? I'm dying to find out. Only one way to see, I'm afraid. Dig in, boy and girls. Jess starts us off. Brave girl. Not knowing is the real torture. Once you find out, it just is what it is. So take a nice big bite and let us know. Uh-oh. It's something weird that so doesn't go with spaghetti. But on its own, it's perfectly delightful. Andy will be the next to sample his dish, and Jane is right behind him. They both generously pour their sauces on their pasta. Jane's happy as a clam. More than. She's thrilled. Andy, however, is not. His sauce was a nasty surprise, and he really needs to get the taste out of his mouth somehow or another. Jane, maybe you're willing to share some of your sauce? This is an all-out battle, and Jess is the only one to suffer. Guys, be a little more careful next time, okay? Whew, I think they've eaten everything. Nothing's left. Well, shame the challenge is over. Bit sad, really, if you think about it. That contest was wildly entertaining. These three have never had a lunch like that before. The only thing left to do is to clean up and come up with a new one. Nothing better than a challenge. Subscribe to our channel and tell your friends about us so you can laugh together. We've got tons more awesome videos in the works. Until next time.